Well, hello there, people. How are we all this week? I am having one of those days. You ever had one of those days where it feels like all of those ducks that you had neatly lined up are way out of alignment? Yeah, it's been one of those days. Maybe it's even been one of those weeks. Hang around and I will tell you all about it. So, if you're new, welcome to you. My name's Toni Kenyon. I am a rock star and a billionaire romance writer, and I come to you each week from my trusty red couch to talk about all things romance and all things that have been happening in my world down here in little old Auckland, New Zealand. And this week has been pretty much about getting a lot of the backstage stuff organized that readers don't know a lot about. Readers know a lot about books coming out and podcasts coming out and videos coming out and stories being released every week and lots of things to read. But what you don't see often is the headless chook type running around that goes on in the background when you are an indie author, and that is what I am. So I run my own publishing and I look after all of my own advertising and I look after all of my own marketing. And that means that this week I've been a little bit of a one-armed paper hanger as I've been trying to get everything organized to get a promised 12 installments of the King Brothers out to you. And to do that, I've had to do all kinds of other things in the background, things that I've kind of been putting off. You know, I'm not going to suggest that procrastination is my middle name, but it may well be. So there has been a few things that I've needed to get organized to be able to get the King Brothers book to you, which I have it all sitting there neatly. It's all sitting there ready to be downloaded. But there's a few other things on the back end that I needed to do. So I've been frantically trying to get to those this week. And I was determined that I'd have them done today. And I lose hours in cyberspace. You know, I just check in and basically check out. And I look up and it's like when I'm writing stories, you know, I have been writing content because I want to have some extra content to go out with the book for everybody who wants to pick it up and maybe wants to learn something about me. So it was like, now is a good time to get all that in order, Toni. And it has taken me a hell of a lot longer than I thought it was going to. It's a bit like that whole I'm going to declutter the closet thing, and you get in there and I don't know what it's like for you. But for me, I'm like, right, this has to go and that has to go and that's going on the giveaway pile and that's going on the sell pile and that's going on the rubbish pile. And oh, look, here's a shiny photograph album that I haven't looked at for a long time. And really, I just need to pour through this and relive a few 100,000 memories. And before I know where I am, half the day's gone. So I haven't quite been reliving memories, but I've had to put some interesting things in some of the blog posts that I've been putting together. So it has taken me a little bit more time than I thought it was going to take me. So there you are. So all my plans for today have vanished. I have just realized that it's really late and I can see the light changing in here while I'm talking to you because there must be some clouds rushing by in the window, even though you wouldn't think that there is any clouds around here at the moment because it's pretty much lovely winter blue sky out there. But I can see the light changing. So hopefully it's only me that can see the light changing and you guys are not getting too much change light while we're talking. Anyway, so I'm determined that you will have the link for the story, if not today, by the weekend. And I'm going to say that's by the American weekend because that gives me an extra day because you guys are still a day behind me. And I've been thinking about all of my American friends with their 4th of July celebrations. I hope you've all had lovely holidays and didn't scare too many animals with your fireworks and things like that, and that you're enjoying the height of your summer. And what else have I been thinking about this week? I have been thinking about getting the story out, 4th of July. content, really. Content. Words, words, words. Words have been at the top of my priority list, and I've been writing lots of them. And I have a wonderful word count on my Excel spreadsheet, which is great. So I'm always happy to be creating content for you, because I know that that's what you love, and I know that that's why you come. And so what else has happened on my personal update front? Not a lot. It's winter, there's not much happening, not much growing going on in the garden. It's wet and it's cold, and not a lot wants to grow, but the greenhouse experiment is going well, so that is good. We have a few beans coming, and we've got some bok choy, and we've been having lots of lovely fresh greens, which are nice things to have in the middle of winter. And the cat and the dog have been behaving. No, not a lot going on in my world at the moment. My son came to visit last night, and that always reminds me, when I watch my adult son walk out of the door, how quickly life passes and how we have to make sure that we're doing what we love, because days run together at an incredible speed, and all of a sudden that lovely baby who I was peering at for the first time is packing himself off in his car and going off to do what he does. And you know, enjoy every minute, really. And what I'm finding, I don't want to suggest that I'm getting older, but of course I am. What I'm finding is that the older I get, the faster time moves. And I don't know whether that is because I enjoy what I do so much. I spend so much time immersed in the internet and my writing worlds and the people that I love conversing with, that work no longer really feels like work, it feels like play. So every day goes faster, or whether that's just what happens as you've been hanging around on the planet a little bit longer. So anyway, continue to get your ducks in a row. Continue to practice gratitude, which is what I do. My son left last night, and I was incredibly grateful to see him happy in his life. It's really important to me that my children are happy. I try very hard to show them that you have to find something every day to be grateful for, and that's one of the things that I practice. I'm very grateful for the fact that I might be late today, but I can come and do this, and that people will watch the replay and will leave me comments and will privately, even if they don't want to publicly, come back to me and make some comments about what I've said. So that's wonderful. I love hearing from you. Let me have your feedback. You know, I love hearts all across the screen, so we'll see lots of hearts hopefully again this week. I am going to say that as far as the King brothers are concerned this week, that I put up a question to my readers, which I was secretly hoping would go one way, even though every week I've discovered that things can go either way. And thus far, and I'm crossing everything, there's everything being crossed here at the moment, things seem to be going the way that I would like to see them go. So I'm pleased, I think. And I think that the way that you're voting is the best way for things for the characters to go. So I'm pleased that I do sometimes get it right, and that I do have an idea of where you'd like to take the story, and that you do want to take it in the same direction that I would like to take it. So let's see. I'm continuing to, as I say, keep everything crossed to hope that there isn't some radical voting, some radical fraction that takes over at the weekend and outvotes everybody else who's voted so far. And I can safely think about how I want to continue to take the story. So it's a lot of fun. I've introduced somebody who is going to be a lot of fun and is going to bring a lot of drama and excitement to the whole story. So I'm looking forward to exploring where we are going next, and I'm looking forward to having you all on the journey with me. So wherever you are in the world, whatever time of the day it is, tell your loved ones that you love them. Give somebody that you love a hug. Remember that we all have a limited time on this earth, which I was reminded of again this week by the loss of someone who is dear to me and to a lot of my friends. And enjoy life, embrace life, be good, and thank you again for being here. And I will look forward to again catching up with you next week. Bye bye for now.